in 1994, I was 30 years old and I heard about Warren Buffett for the first time. And when I heard of Warren, I had really no knowledge of investments or capital allocation or any of those things. But what I was lucky about in '94 was the first couple of biographies of Warren Buffett had just come out at the time. And so I could look at this track record that Warren Buffett had from 1950 to 1993. It was a 44-year track record. And over that 44-year period, he had compounded money at 31% a year. And if you compound money at 31% a year, actually, and I'll show you later, if you compound money at 26% a year, it will double every 3 years. 1.26 times 1.26 times 1.26 is 2. And if you're compounding at 31% a year, you will double your money in little less than 3 years, maybe 2.5 years or 2.6 years or something. So when Warren Buffett for 44 years had compounded at 31%, he was already on the 18th square of the chessboard when I first heard about him, because he had compounded. And so, I thought back to the story about the chess and the rice and so on, and I talked about Warren, and I said, wow, this guy is actually playing out that chessboard story. And that story is very powerful because if you keep doing it, and if he keeps doing it, he's going to become the wealthiest person on the planet. And he became the wealthiest person on the planet. So it works. And but when I was thinking about all these things, like I said, I've never been to business school and really hadn't thought much about investments. And a few things kind of stood out to me. Basically, the investing world, hardly anyone followed Warren Buffett and his approach to investing in 1994 and even today. And hardly anyone had the returns that he had. So the investing professionals, if you will, did not follow Warren's approach to investing and did not have the results that Warren Buffett had. And I thought those two facts were cause and effect. I thought that the Buffett approach was the approach to kind of high rates of compounding. And if you didn't follow that approach, you were basically not going to go anywhere. And so I had these thoughts that these things were related. And so Buffett's approach looked replicatable, and no one was replicating. So I said, I like this compounding. I like this 26% or 31% a year, and why don't I give it a try? And how many of you have seen the movie Forrest Gump? So we get answers in the extreme front of the room and extreme back of the room. How many people in black shirts have seen the movie Forrest Gump? Okay, so when you go to IIT, on YouTube, download the movie and watch the movie. So you appreciate it. Actually won an Academy Award. It's a great movie. And I'm just going to play for you about 1 minute of the movie right now.
So I never went back to work for Lieutenant Dan. Though he did take care of my Bubba Gump money. He got me invested in some kind of fruit company. And so then I got a call from him saying we don't have to worry about money no more. And I said, that's good. One less thing.
So Forrest Gump is my hero. I like Forrest Gump. And, after I decided to do this, try to do this replication of Warren Buffett's compounding, I changed my license plate. And of course, I think I might have mentioned to some of the Dakshina scholars last time. But maybe for the people who are not in black shirts, what does my license plate mean? Maybe the ISB crowd can take a guess. So that's my real California license plate. That is on my real 6 Series BMW convertible. So what does the plate mean? Yeah, but how do you come up with that? How does it mean that? Yeah, go ahead. Someone asked you? No.
Compound like Buffett 26.
I'm sorry?
Compound like Buffett 26.
No.
Compounding at lower bound of 33.
Compounding at?
Lower bound of 33.
No, the LB is not lower bound. Anyone else? Yeah.
LB means pound actually.
Very good.
So compound.
Were you here last year?
Yes.
So you're cheating on the test. Okay, so the LB means pound. You know, it's an abbreviation for pound. So compound 26. All right, so that's my license plate. I make sure I look at it every day. And so in 1994, I was 30 years old. I had just sold some assets in this business I was running. Still had the business, just sold a small portion of it. And basically I ended up with $1 million in the bank. And I really had no use for that money. It's the first time actually I had any kind of money in the bank. And at the same time I read these Buffett biographies and the chess overlaid with his 18 square. So I said, hey, you know, why don't we focus on a very simple formula? 1.26 cube equals 2. Even I can handle that math, even though I didn't go to IIT. And I decided to play a 30-year game. And so the 30-year game I decided to play was that if you compound at 26% a year, your money is going to double every 3 years, right? And if it doubles every 3 years, then in 30 years it's 2 to the power of 10. What is 2 to the power of 10? 1024. So forget the 24. Let's round off to 1,000. So I had $1 million. The plan was to compound at 26%. And so in 30 years, I should add 3 zeros to that, because it's 1,000 times whatever you had, and so it becomes $1 billion, which is a better number than $1 million. And so I said, let's go for the $1 billion. And my thought was that even if I failed by 90% or 95% or even 97%, it's still okay. All those numbers are okay. So, so I decided I would play this game. And of course, my hero, Swami Vivekananda, told me, just like I tell all the Dakshina scholars, you just take up one idea, make that idea your life, think about it, dream of it, live on that idea. Let the brain, muscles and nerves, let every part of your body be full of that idea, and just leave every other idea alone. That is the way to success. And so I think Swamiji said that for my benefit to compound money. That's my take on him anyway. So this is what happened. You know, in 1995, I started putting that $1 million to work. And for the next 4.5 years, from 95 to middle of June or middle of the year in 1999, it actually grew at 43.4%, way above the 26%. And the 1 million had become 5.1 million. So I said, all right, man, I knew this could be done. We got it done. And then, I had all these friends. I used to tell them, different stocks they should buy, and they used to make a lot of money with all the stock tips I used to give them. So they came to me and said, listen, this stock tip business is very random. We want you to manage some money for us. And then you do what you want, and we can have some benefit of that. So in July 1st of 99, I set up Pabrai Funds, and it started with $1 million from 8 friends of mine. I also put in 100,000. And from 99 to 2007, middle of 2007, 8 years, Pabrai Funds compounded before fees at 37.2% a year. And of course, I get paid outrageous fees. And so after fees, it was 29.4%, but both numbers are perfectly fine. So now, more than 12 years have passed since I started this, and things were working, going really well. Again, patted myself on the back, doing well. And then all hell broke loose. And for the next 21 months, we compounded at minus 47.1%. And I can just tell you, if you compound at minus 47.1% and the car starts going in reverse, the same thing happens in reverse really fast. Thankfully, that came to an end in 2009. And then for the last 4.25 years, we've been compounding back again at about 32.8%. So now it's been 18.5 years. Actually, that slide is wrong. It's 18.5. But the numbers are right. It's 25.8%. So we undershot by 0.2%. But we still have 11.5 years to go. Maybe I can make that up. We'll see.